hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see you. Good to, wait for it. Good to see, oh no, I'm on the wrong side. What's going on? Wait. Oh, there we go. Good to see ya. What is up, Darkwing Duck? Oh, I used to like that show when I was a kid. Talking to Minia, Matthew Goodnight, Sakella, QQ Psycho Man, Set Benda YOLO, Swader, Sleepless Me. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome. Oh man, we are pioneering tonight. There's another Pioneer Players Tour tomorrow already, so figured we might as well test out some Pioneer, and then if our league gets done, we'll jump over to Standard, on Arena, do some of that as well. So magic in all forms tonight. Maybe, at least some Pioneer though. So how's everyone doing tonight? There was some kind of big arena news. I don't know if y'all saw this. What's up, Zanbanda? How are you? Chief Snitch, good to see you as well. I should pull this up because there was some actual relatively important and big arena news that came out today that not everyone has seen apparently. So what do we learn about arena today? They posted the state of the game for February. Big news from the state of the game. First, real drafts coming this year, like actual drafting against other people. Not at times for Worlds, unfortunately, but they are coming. News that I don't like as much. If you want the cool Knicks lands, you gotta pay for them. I don't know about that. If they come in packs of paper, I think you should just give it. Like, I don't know. What do you think about having to pay for the lads? Like, I'm a little... My general feeling with Arena is charge for cosmetics, that's fine. I would rather have you charge for cosmetics and cards you need to actually play your decks. So I'm usually okay with charging for cosmetics, but it feels a little weird to have to pay for basic lands that just come in every pack in paper. So that's the part that feels weird about these to me. Although in general, I'm okay with charging for cosmetics. They also have a bunch of new events coming up. They're doing this workshop series, and there's a little bit down at the end. They're working towards getting Pioneer sets sort of on Arena. By the end of the year, they're going to have Pioneer Remix sets, which I assume is like take a block, pull out the cards that are important to Pioneer, make a draftable set out of it, release it on Arena, and that way we get back to Pioneer eventually. So that's a big Arena news that came out today, which is kind of exciting. Didn't you buy Mirage and M20 lands? Mirage, so Mirage lands you won for events, I believe, or you could win for events. The M20 lands, I did buy the card style. You get the lands for free, but I did buy the card style. Although I don't really like the card styles as much anymore, but anyway, I'm excited for this. This deck, Swedish Sultai. Someone asked why it's called Swedish Sultai. Well, Joel Larson played this deck at the Pro Tour, was basically the only person playing this archetype, kind of Sultai Delirium essentially, and won the Pro Tour with it, taking out all the inverter decks, beating all these degenerate decks with a really fair deck. Like, this is good, clean, fair Magic, mid-rangey creatures, Satyr Wayfinder. Satyr Wayfinder's usually a sign that you're playing a good, clean, fair Magic deck. So, nice fair Magic, and Joel asks for it to be called Swedish Sultai because he's Swedish, so, I mean, gotta give the PT winner what, what they want. So, we're gonna try this deck out. This was a deck a lot of people on Twitter wanted to see. Hey, what's up, Alex Mateo? How are you? Oh man, the finals were insane. That was such an interesting match. Plus, I really like Euro. Euro's such a cool card, so this is gonna be fun. Do some pioneering tonight. If our league gets done, we'll jump over, play some games, maybe some more, some more llamas. We might do some more llamaing at the end if we have time on Arena. So, hey, what's up, Game Nate? How are you? I don't like that the first workshop event is Brawl and it's precods. Feels like it's mocking those who complained about no free ball. Speaking of those workshop events, the weirdest one to me by far, and I'm curious what your opinion's on it, they're doing a workshop event that is drafting without drafting. You get a precon that is a list someone else 7-0 to draft with. Doesn't that defeat the, like, isn't the whole reason to play draft to do the draft? Like, have you ever watched, like, people's draft content, like LSV's drafts or Ben Stark's draft, whatever? I know that, like, 90% of the time, when I fire up someone's draft video, I watch the drafting and then, like, turn it off and don't even watch the games, because to me, the drafting part is the interesting part. So, drafting, I don't know, like, what's the point if you don't actually get to draft? So, I mean, whatever. Not everything's for me. So, if you like it, that's fine. But that was the one that struck out. I was like, huh? Like, does anyone actually want to play limited decks without the fun experience of getting to pick the cards? But, yeah. So, anyway, yes, tonight we are Sultaiing, Swedish Sultaiing, Fair Magic and Pioneer. But before we get into that, we got to do some quick reminders, like Replay YouTube. That's where you find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, if you missed it, we got to Death Bellow our way through Pioneer yesterday and against odds. Man, that deck is so close to being sweet. Like, when it works, it's spectacular. Ugh, but it's like so close to being awesome. So that was really fun. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check out Deathbellow Warcry on the YouTube channel. One more reminder that our sponsor today, like usual, is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards from Theros Beyond Death or from other sets, or maybe you want to sell some of your magic cards, wow, Bizarre Trader's over $1 now? You can do it over at over at cardkingdom.com. Even grab a sweet Scoop Soldier sticker for free. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Hey, what's up, Bearbit? How are you? Otherwise, check out the Discord. That's another one that I forgot to remind you about recently. But we have a Goldfish Discord that is improving, having some cool stuff done to it. So check that out if you have it. Merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playback, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, certainly not required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Yeah, Minotaurs are super fun. You should do a compilation video of every time you have Don't the Hun knows. Every time you have done the the Hun noise. The Hun noise is my favorite noise. We have a Discord. You should check it out. It's cool and having a lot of stuff done to it and improvements done to it. So, hey, what's up, Iron? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, speaking of fun noises, our deck tonight is Swedish Sultai. So this deck, it's basically Sultai Delirium. We are trying to play the fair mid-rangey plan. We're getting cards in our graveyard with Satyr Wayfinder, with Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, cheap spells, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. These cards are also Grizzly Salvage. These cards stock our graveyard, and that does a few things. It allows us to traverse the Uvenwald to find whatever sweet one-of we need. We got some sweet Delirium one-ofs. Ishkata Graft Widow, former standard staple, makes a bunch of spiders, drains your opponent out of the game. If we get the mana, we can get our one Emrakul the Promise Dead, steal our opponent's turn. We can grab a spicy one-ofs like Tireless Tracker for card advantage, Walking Ballista to kill some stuff. Filling the graveyard also turns on Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, which comes back as a 6/6, draws us a bunch of cards. We got a couple of Nissas. We don't talk about those, but they are good magic cards. So that's kind of the plan of the deck. It's Sultai mid-range graveyard value style deck. No combos, nothing degenerate. We are playing our spells, attacking with creatures, maybe drawing some cards, and that's basically the plan of the deck. A nice, fair mid-range deck. Sideboard-wise, we have some removal in Sultai Charm, Hostage Taker, Noxious Grass, cast down some counters, Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Dispute. Vivian Reed does a little bit of everything. Leyline for graveyards, Unmooring You to snag our opponent's combo pieces. Actually, might want more of those, honestly. Tireless Tracker for more card advantage against control. Rex Age for artifacts and enchantments, and that's basically the deck. That is the plan. So, shots to the Alchemist Refuge top right. Shout out to Alchemist Refuge. Yeah, Alchemist Refuge is a sweet card that doesn't see you play that much. I mean, this is fair, Emrakul. We're not annihilating our opponent. So, that's what we're doing. Should we add another Unmoored Ego? I kind of feel like Unmoored Ego is really good. I'm afraid last Pro Tour everyone was Inverter combo. Apparently tomorrow's Pro Tour everyone's playing Breach combo. So it seems like everything's just going to be combo-y. Does Seth get 100% of the cheers while I'm streaming? That is a good question. I actually don't know the answer. I don't think so. I do get the donations. I don't know about cheers though, honestly. I've never actually looked into cheers in specific, but I don't believe I do. Anyway, let's try some Swedish Sultai tonight, and then maybe we'll play some standard if we have time at the end. It's freezing. Yeah, it's like winter storm warnings here in New York, so it's pretty bad out. Breach, Underworld Breach combo. Underworld Breach, fill the graveyard, Thassa's Oracle, Phoenixes, all that kind of shenanigans. I mean, bits do go to the streamer. Our setup is like a tiny bit weird because technically I am a full-time employee of Goldfish, so I kind of get paid a salary to be the content manager of Goldfish. So it's a little different than someone who just independently streams in that sense. But you are right, from Twitch's perspective, bits do go to the content producer. Yeah, what are you hoping for at this weekend's Players Tour events? I'm actually pretty excited for it. This one, the ones last weekend were very good. I think the North American one, and this is probably just North American bias, but it happens to be a lot of the most well-known pros are North American, probably because of how there's more GPs and whatnot in North America. So we're going to see a lot of familiar faces, I think, at tomorrow's event, or next weekend's event. I am in snowy upstate New York, along the shores of wonderful Lake Ontario. Algae-filled Lake Ontario. It does sound like there's going to be a lot of, Lotus Field breaches. Stream mode has been achieved, but we're playing Fair Magic tonight. Hopefully we keep up with it. But PV is still Sweet Home Brazil. Yeah, I'm currently in Syracuse hanging out recruiting, so it's the middle of nowhere in New York. Yeah. So arena news, real drafts by the end of the year. Like drafts where you get to go against other people. Hopefully they do them like leagues on Magic Online. I think that they will. So what I imagine they do is when you sign up for a real quote-unquote draft, you'll have to get in a pod with 8 other people, and it'll probably take you like 20 minutes, because you'll actually have to pass the packs around, just like you would in paper. But then after you do that, I think you will not play against people in your pod, and that way, after you do the drafting, you'll be able to play your matches whenever you want to. That's how I imagine they will do real drafting. Is Richard anything like Michael Scott? No, not really. Whoa! Big donation. Good Lord. I don't know if we keep this. This hand's so slow, and we're on the draw. We're going to mulligan. It's just too slow. This is much better. We will keep this. From Coral42, I started watching Commander Clash and I'm addicted. Keep up the amazing content. Well, Coral42, thank you so much for the donation and for the kind words about Commander Clash. We just recorded another Commander Clash today, next week's episode. It was Theros Beyond Death number 3, and I got to build around probably one of the worst commanders from the set. Discounting the random, like, uncommons, but what are we putting at the bottom here? Satyr Wayfinder, blue mana. I guess we can Jace. Let's Jace to the bottom. Jace is just gonna die anyway. Thank you, Birds Bro. There is a spider. We have one spider. Oh man, did you know that Nixplumation works with treasure tokens? That's something I learned today. Treasure tokens actually crack for triple mana if you have a Nixplumation out. Potent, Blood Gripped. Tapped or untapped? Thoughtseize. Yeah, gold doesn't tap. Boonint. Has anyone used Aetherios yet? No. I don't think anyone has Aetherios. We haven't played the uncommon. We haven't played the uncommon ones yet, so none of that cycle. No, I got to play Gallia of the Endless Dance, which is a sweet card, but good lord. Sometime when you're bored, just look up satyrs as a tribe. I swear, every satyr, no matter how much it costs, is like a 1/1, or at best a 2/2. It could be 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, 1/1s all the way up the curve. that is satyr life. Hey Seth, I just figured out both my favorite streamers named Seth. Really? Who's your other favorite streamer? Oh, maybe it's presumptuous of me, but who is the other Seth that streams? Can we get a Gravebreaker Lamia Llama alternate art printed and sold? I will petition Wizards, see if we can do Secret Lair Llama. I don't know if they'll actually go for. What is happening? Okay, Chandra Elementals. Sure, get in there. What is going on? Well, play this. I guess we just killed a Chandra? What is... Yeah, kill Chandra. I am confused. Hey, what's up, Goblin Master? How are you? I really wanted to... Ugh. I really wanted to make a party theme deck or like a music festival theme deck, but there's just not enough cards in Magic. We really need a like music festival theme set to make that possible, I think. Alright. Well, Courser, gain a life. We are going to have to deal with this Liliana at some point. If it ultimates, things go very poorly. Opponent takes up. Yeah. Is this just Rakdos control? Sure. Hitting an Uro off of this Satyr Wayfinder would be helpful. Oh, well, thank you, Max J. His channel is called Z Swigs. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Like the Bard deck, but that was 5-color. And Gallia's just in Gruul, which cuts down even further on the options, unfortunately. How do we deal with a Liliana? Well, Satyr Wayfinder. Satyr Wayfinder. Dump some cards. Wow. Satyr Wayfinder. Betraying us. Breeding pool. Now the Uro's on top. So close to being good. Well, Murderous Rider, go. We gotta deal with Liliana. That is the fear. Shots Girl from Theros fits in well with the festival. If you could go into like Rakdos, then you have a lot more options, I think. Opponent. Temple of Malice, Part 2. Mikoa Best Girl for the 37th month. How often do you play? From how often do you play? I guess Sultai is your favorite color combination. It does seem like we've played a lot of Sultai lately. That is very true. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Can Inverter add another color? I think the answer is yes. We've seen some different builds. We've seen like Mono Blue Devotion builds. There was a green-based Eldritch Evolution build. So I think that you can add another color to... Ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, let's first just swing at Liliana. Ooh, Uro also turns on Revolt on Fatal Push, which is sweet. Get in it, Liliana. Cannot let this ultimate. Alright, Liliana down to 3. Now we get to Uro. Draw a card, gain some life. Oh, Uro's so good. Yeah. Land. Thought sees you. Huh. Not putting a land into play was actually just a misclick. It's pronounced Swigs? Zwigs. Attacking with this doesn't do anything good because it's a 0-2 because of Liliana. Glorybringer, Dark Dweller, Alright, we'll take Glorybringer. Pass the turn. I like where we're at now, though. We have this Traverse coming. That can find anything. And I think we're in decent shape. We might just Traverse for some spiders. Yeah, I thought we were Fatal Pushing too, but I don't think we actually need to. We got in the hit at Liliana, so I don't think there is any real rush to Fatal Push at this point. Opponent's going to take down Liliana. Get back Glorybringer. Oh, Panharmonica to Uro seems definitely sweet. Tonight, we are playing, so far, some Swedish Sultai. Ooh, opponent's getting frisky. Yeah. That is a clock. Opponent combat. Attacks. No. Interesting. No exerting. All right, sure. Summit passes. All right, let's traverse. See what we can find. Cast reverse. Options. So how close are we to Emrakul? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Not that far. Hey, what's up, Zadfast? How are you tonight? Play Euro Traverse for Emrakul. An extra land will come around and the game ends there. That is true. Emrakul does pretty much end the game. Ishkana seems good. Let's take Ishkana. Fatal Push returns to the top. Go to combat. Everything at Liliana. Actually, leave back Corsair. Everything else at Liliana. Opponent blocks. And all right, Liliana dies. We gain some life. Opponent kills Corsair. Okay. That's fine. We get to Ishkana. Make some spiders. Blooming Marsh. Go. Have you, do you have a platform where people can ask you for deck advice? So, Fictacular, there's a few different ways to do it. You can email me, sarvatolive@mtggoldfish.com. You can ping me on Twitter. You can also ping me on the Discord. I get a lot of deck list emails and messages, so I usually can't do like a huge, massive, full breakdown of everything, but I do try to respond to everyone. That is my goal. Opponent's gonna get in. Alright, block with a spider, take 4. We're actually in a sort of awkward spot. We have all these fatal pushes that aren't doing much, but we get back Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get back Uro. Draw a card. Gain some life. No land. Get in with Zayder Wayfinder. Well, more Uros for next turn is fine. Why is it called Swedish Sultai? So this is a deck from Joel Larson. And Joel Larson requested that it be called Swedish Sultai because he is Swedish. Opponent's going to Thoughtseize. I think we're fine here. These Uros should just take over the game. They pretty much race Glorybringer by themselves. That's awesome, bro. Thanks. Mostly just looking for some sideboard options for Pioneer. Yes, definitely send me a message. Ooh, gonna play in a qualifier. Awesome. Yeah, Feather in Pioneer is definitely interesting. I think Joel Larson has to be like the most famous. The most famous Swedish Magic player. Opponent's going to Dreadbore on Uro. We will Fatal Push Bone Crusher. Opponent gets in. Opponent's also out of cards. We drop to 5. Ooh. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nissa. Uro. We gotta untap land, don't we? Alright, tap, untap. Tap, Uro. Oh, the exiling part is hard. Thoughtseize, Courser, Ishkana, Traverse, Fatal Push. Draw a card, gain some life. Put the land into play. All right, pass the turn, pass the turn. Is this enough? What is our opponent top deck? The Glory Bringer is a little bit scary. Do you think that Esper Hero is a viable deck in Pioneer? I have not actually seen anyone that I can think of playing Esper Hero in Pioneer. So I'm actually not sure the answer to that. I mean, it seems like it could be viable. Just like looking at how the deck works. Oh, Ali is another good choice. Old school Ali might be more famous than Yol. Yeah, we have enchantment, we have artifacts, so we're keeping our creature types up pretty well. I remember you need help with your deck. Do you know how you could help with my deck called Ladies Looking Left? I know that deck. That is a infamous commander deck. All right. Well, that worked. Opponent, I guess, whiffed. We didn't do anything super insane, but a win's a win. Do we want to... Do we want to sideboard anything? Probably like Vivian, Tracker, Cast Down, and maybe Disdainful Strokes? Disdainful Strokes a little more hit or miss. What do we not want is a better question. We already seem to have a lot of cards that we want in this matchup. Ugh. Abrupt Decays seem not that great. Go down Abrupt Decays. Go down maybe one Courser. A Fatal Push. And maybe we just go one Disdainful. Maybe we go down 2 Fatal Pushes. Opponent has a lot of stuff that dodges it. I think Tober did play Ladies Looking Left at one point. Someone did a while ago on Commander Clash. Does Erebos Bleakhearted have a place in Standard? I think the answer is yes. It doesn't really right now have a deck that it is a part of, a tier deck, but I think as a power level, where it will be good enough for Standard at some point. Jen, that sounds right. Fretosi for the 24th month, 2 years. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, I think we gotta go Thoughtseize here. It's painful and it throws it. Wow. Whoa, opponent. That's the greediest thing I've ever seen. Well, we'll take your Siphoner and good luck casting spells. I'm good, Pyroflavor. How are you? Hey, welcome, Lucid. I'm happy to be streaming too. I always enjoy hanging out with y'all and playing Magic. Let's spice up your channel point redemption stuff. It's coming, Iggy. It is. I promise. Right now, it's something that we've talked about, the channel points. And we're figuring out what cool things to do with them. But things have been... Wow, opponents hitting lands like crazy. But things have been slightly delayed. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, that's unlucky. And our opponent is, wow! Oh, skill game. Hey, what's up, Game for Nails? Holy skill! We're going to lose this. My mind is blown. Opponent kept one lander and has 4 lands. We kept 2 landers, Satyr Wayfinder, and we are getting mad. Wow. Oh, I used to love you, Satyr Wayfinder. I really did. I haven't played or watched very much Pioneer. How good is Fatal Push in the format? It's worse than Modern, but it is still good enough to be a staple removal spell. The math of this is blowing my mind. Opponent takes up Chandra. Glory Bringer. Well, we will Disdainful Stroke. Opponent passes. Jace. Gonna combat. Attack Chandra. They say Mana Screw beats Mana Flood. We will see. Seth, in 5-color div, if you had a choice between Tulsimer and Enter the God of Turtles, what do you think is best? Oh, jeez. So Paulo played Enter the God of Turtles, and Paulo's really good at Magic, so I'm gonna go with Paulo. Why is it Swedish? This deck was originally from Joel Larsson, who is Swedish, and requested the name Swedish Sultai. It's basically Sultai Delirium, or Sultai, come on now, Satyr Wayfinder, you're better than that. Which is what it's been so far. Oh, Satyr Wave. I can't believe Satyr Wayfinder betrayed us like that. I've been Satyr Wayfinder's biggest supporter for a long time. And, what a betrayal. What a betrayal. What do you think about new Dryad instead of Courser? One of the big reasons, yeah, we're in troubles. One of the big reasons to play Courser is life gain against aggro decks. So that is the big upside, I would say. So yeah, I don't think that New Dryad is better than Courser in this deck, just because of the life gain part. And we don't have that many lands. Being able to play lands off the top is actually a pretty big benefit. If we had a higher land count, then I could see more of an argument for it. Opponent hits a Thoughtseize. Well, this is getting worse by the second. Opponent Thoughtseizes. Takes Grizzly Salvage. Well, we're up to 6 card types in the graveyard. That's the upside of whiffing brutally. Yeah, we'll have to do more Guitarg at some point in the future. Shock so we can Grizzly Salvage, but then our opponent ended up taking the Grizzly Salvage. Grizzly Salvage can hit us another land. Opponent scries to the top. Wow. Wowie, zowie, wowie, zowie. Yeah, this one might just be over, honestly. Well, Thought sees you. Tag the Glory Bringer. Go to combat. Attack Chandra. Ugh. Our deck has really betrayed us here. Hey, what's up, Young Frugal? Hey, what's good, Seth? I saw a Proofrost on this week's Against Odds. Reminded me I started making Proofrost deck back when it was first spoiled. Even if it doesn't win on the poll, I'd still love to see you finish the deck and watch you sneak some fools in Zender Pioneer. Ooh, let me see, Young Frugal. Opponent, Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Sure. And draws a card. Well, kill the Siphoner. I mean, I guess if we can somehow kill Chandra, we still have some hope. Play Tracker. Swamp. Clue. Combat. Hit our opponent. Or hit Chandra, rather. Pass the turn. That looks sweet, Young Frugal. Purfos is a card that I definitely would like to play at some point. Opponent takes up for mana. What did they find? Vraska's Contempt. And also Glorybringer. Oh, and that is the game. Wow. Well, that was a tough one. Opponent gets in, hits us down to 4. We draw Uru. A good Magic card, but not. Well, this I think is just purely. This is just purely very bad luck. And our opponent, wow. The math on this match is blowing my mind. Yodabad for the 23rd month. Welcome to the visual. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Wow, 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 wow. Well, hopefully we got the bad running out of the way. And now we're good. That's my hope. Bad running's over with. We got it out of the way. Now we're good to go for the rest of this match. Reckless Thought Mage, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we get to play first. Well, we'll keep. This hand's functional. Man, I'm living the life. I'm huddled under a blanket, sitting in freezing cold, watching outside my favorite streamer. Ooh. Well, I hope you feel better, Iron and the Beast. Thank you for hanging out watching, though. I very much appreciate that. And I'll as you. Vraska's Contempt, Chandra, Siphoner. What do we take? I would like to take... Technically, we kill Siphoner with Sultai Charm, but if it gets hit by discard, Siphoner can just run away with the game. I almost think Contempt is better than Chandra. Yeah, let's say Contempt. Pass the turn. I think that's fine. Get rid of Contempt. That turns on this Tireless Tracker, potentially. Alright. Jace. Pass the turn. Jace is fine, too. Chandra's not super scary unless our opponent has stuff in the graveyard. And it can't flash back Vraska's Contempt, so... Alright, there's the Siphoner. Passes. Oh, Black Source? Black Source? That works. We will discard Sultai Charm. Play Blooming Marsh. Oh, our deck is running well here. Liliana. Snipe you. Our turn to be Lilianaing. Pass the turn. That was a really good draw. Cardboard Live does not work. None of the add-ons work on Magic Online. But when we do Arena, Cardboard Live will be working. Hey, Seth, cut Oath of Liliana for Nightmare Shepherd in your Arc deck. Ooh, awesome, Dan. That sounds like a good improvement. I very much approve. Uro. Yeah, we can wait on Uro. Let's just track her. Fabled Passage, Clue. Crack Fabled Passage. Get a Island, Clue. Tick up Liliana. Pass the turn. The card draw is coming, and we're getting there. Do you want to see my Ebs and Whiplish? Been doing good so far, but maybe we could upgrade it. I would love to, I. Feldman. All right, Liliana down. This deck has a lot of removal. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Opponent. Pass it. That's a little awkward. Well, Uro. Trigger. Castle Garenbrig. Tapped. I wonder if Castle Garenbrig is worth it in this deck. Get in with Tracker. Opponent down to 17 past the turn. Ooh, Ryan! Hey, thank you for the raid. How was how was promising? uh, Thank you so much. Welcome, all of our new viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wall of Chaos for the 38th month. The hover barrier. It just keeps going, Wall of Chaos. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. It works in paper. I haven't found a way to make it work on Moto yet. Hey, thanks, Ryan. Have a good night. Thank you for the raid. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Drawing cards with their energy bob. All right. Yeah. Oh, let me see, Feedman. Oh, so why is it Swedish? This is a deck from Joel Larson. And Joel Larson is Swedish, won a PT with it, and that's where the name comes from. Ooh. That looks super fun. Whip and Panharmonicon. All right, opponent's got all the discard in the world. Takes Uro from our graveyard. Let's crack a clue draw card. Ooze. Ooze can be good. Pyro Flamer! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for our new subscriber. Get in, hit our about it. Yeah, let's use. They get a lot of graveyard shenanigans. I think it's worth getting rid of. Ooh, Group Slug. Torbred is a good Group Slug commander. You just get all this weird incidental damage. Eddie. E-Diddy. There we go. For the second month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, maybe we should have just fired off the Traverse there. I kind of like the ability to leave up Ooze with, I guess, what's our opponent going to get from their graveyard? I guess Chandra and Goblin Dark Dwellers. Our opponent's deck is actually very graveyard heavy, graveyard synergistic. Maybe we should have thought about bringing in Leylines. Leylines might actually been worth it against our opponent's deck. We're still a minute away from Emrakul. Liliana for our opponent. More graveyard stuff. Takes up. And Chandra. Opponent's out of cards at least. Well, the old post-combat Chandra, sure. Now we will eat Dreadbore, untap. Eat. Eat Jace. Eat Jace. Go to combat. Kill Chandra. Ugh. Alright, I guess we let Liliana live. Play Jace. Pass the turn. Opponent gets to draw a card. Down to 8. They're very close to dead. Maybe we should have just attacked FaZe. The message is highlighted, Bowersteed. I see it. That deck is the kind of deck that I would like, Young Corgi. Opponent takes down. A little bit of whiffing, and I think we might have it. What did our opponent draw for the turn? Ooh. Oh, Castle Lockwade. All right, down to 6. Better be good, opponent. Better be very good. And I think our good clean magic is getting there. Oh, opponent. Stomps our Jace. Sure. Well, let's sack a clue. Draw a card. Overgrow Tube. Well, finish it off. Murder the Siphoner. attack the face, and not bad. Not bad for Swedish Sultai round 1. So many highlighted messages. Swell Croxa Primer. Ooh. We played Croxa discard for Budget Magic. Well, up to 1-0 with Swedish Sultai. That was a grindy match, but our deck felt pretty good. We could just outgrind Rakdos control in that instance. The only game we lost was the one where our Satyr Wayfinder. Ooh. Croxa Commander, eh? That looks sweet. The Swedish name comes from the deck's creator, Joel Larson, or popularizer. I'm actually not sure. I think that Joel built it and then won a pro tour with it. Methvillain, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Welcome. Big scoops here for you. On to round 2 with Swedish Sultai. And, ooh, we will keep this. This is our curve. This is Satyr Wayfinder. I just don't trust Satyr Wayfinder. I mean, as long as Satyr Wayfinder is good to us. I mean, I guess here it doesn't even matter. Like, Satyr Wayfinder can do whatever, and it'll be okay. Blooming Marsh. Thoughtseize you. Thoughtseize. 2 Murderous Riders. Grasp of Darkness. I think we actually take the Thoughtseize. Awkward to Thoughtseize the Thoughtseize, but I think it's worth it because we need this Wayfinder to get cards in our graveyard to get back our Uro. Alright, pass the turn. Pota's got a bunch of removal, and that's about it. Pota. Swamp. Dreadwander. Alright, yeah. Sure. Bonnet, combat. Gonna get in. Scoop Shame. Scoop Shame. That would be a pretty good sticker. Botanical Sanctum. Run out a Satyr Wayfinder. Oh my goodness. Satyr Wayfinder is the worst. What are the odds? I'm going to have to pull out the calculator. I'm going to have to pull out the hypergeometric calculator. Our good friend Satyr Wayfinder is not our friend anymore. Well, sure, opponent kills our stuff, gets in, hits us. I mean, milling 4 is still somewhat valuable here. Blooming, there's our land. Well, Uro, draw a card, gain some life. Put a land into play. Pass the turn. We should get some music in here. I would love to have music. The problem is it causes all kinds of issues on YouTube. We used to play music, but YouTube has a very lacking copyright system. So we just got endless copyright issues on YouTube, which was a problem. Bonnet. Passes. Palace. Well, Island Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Draw a card. Fatal Push isn't the worst. Opulent Palace, pass the turn. All right. Can our Uro stick around, or does our opponent find a land? I'll take a look at separating out the stream for recorded audio tracks so you can live stream with music and record without it. That would be pretty sweet. I would love to be able to do some music streams sometimes. You really can't, unfortunately, cut it from YouTube. I think what Tanos is saying could work. If there's a way to record it in 2 different ways, then it would be possible. But right now it just comes out in one recording. So you can't actually take the music out of it without just like muting. And then you don't get to hear my beautiful voice. Which some people would probably prefer that too. You know what? Let's just take it. Take two, blocked Red Wanderer. I'm assuming this is not going to grasp? Alright, there's the grasp. Well, then we can fatal push. Now we just want to get our graveyard card count up. That's also good. Traverse. Four cards, 4 types. And how do we close out this game? Let's just go Tracker. Tracker seems great with this fetch land. Play Tracker. Fabled Passage. Crack Fabled Passage. Get a land. Get some clues. Next turn we get back Uro as well. And this is where we want to be. All right, crack it. Draw a... Nissa. Okay. Yeah, if we get to play Standard tonight, we will probably do some more Llama-ing. I think that the fix is having multiple audio tracks. Another grasp. I think the fix is having multiple audio tracks, but I don't think you can just download the VOD from Twitch. You have to record. Yeah, that would be the other thing that would add a little bit of work, is would have to record and then upload. But it would be possible. And it might be worth it. The old Nissa with no forest. I mean, we can cast Nissa, but it's not doubling our mana very much. I guess we should still cast it. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nissa. Breeding Pool. Tap it. Untap it. Uro. And Pulse scoops it up? Maybe Swedish Sultai is just absolutely broken. I love the Sultai deck so much, but I wonder if Bant Spirits look... But the Bant Spirits look grim so far. Wonder how it could be improved. Yeah, Bant Spirits, I think, is one of the better decks in the format right now. And it's a deck that has a fast clock and it has disruption, which seems like a pretty good place to be in the current meta. You can disrupt the combo decks and still have a fast enough clock to beat down. Captain, I don't know who Captain Sparkles is, but thank you, Zivzing. Hopefully that's a good thing. Or is that actually like a is that like a hey Magic, you just beat Russian Fishing 4 type of compliment? I don't know. Is that saying we're doing good or we're doing poorly? Oh, well thank you, Zivzing. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I'm planning on doing another metagame matchup data breakdown after the tournament this week. And it'll be very interesting to see what the metagame looks like a week after the first Pro Tour. See how big the shift is. See if anything can beat Inverter. See if anything dominates this week. Also going to be interesting to see if... Maybe we just don't play the Thoughtseizes. Also going to be interesting to see if we get any bannings coming out of these Pro Tours. Grapple seems good. Also curious to try Binding of the Titans. Yeah, boy. We are on the draw. We have so much removal. I'm actually really tempted. I think we're going to keep this. How crazy is this to keep this? We have 3 cheap removal spells. Our entire hand is unlocked with a single land. There's a lot of no's. Wait, the satyr's gotta save us up. We're keeping. We're keeping. We're creeping in the satyr we trust. Actually, we need a land just to get to satyr, but vote it. Swap. Dread Wanderer. Land off the top, please. Okay, Uro. That's not quite a land. It'll work out, chat. It'll work out. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna draw a Botanical Sanctum next turn and look like geniuses. Well, alright. See what our opponent takes. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're good. We're good. One land, one keep. No land, no keep. One land, one keep. That's my philosophy of life. Well, Satyr Wayfinder kind of failed us again. Although it's not completely Wayfinder's fault this time. Opponent gets in, hits us. We did want that Wayfinder. We were kind of counting on that. We'll get a swamp and land off the top. All right, more Uros. All right, chat. Maybe you were right. maybe you were right. Maybe we're being greedy. Opponent plays a swamp. Combat. I think we have to kill this because of Spada Mayhem, potentially. Opponent. Wow, cast in Murderous Rider. Land off the top. All right, chat. You were definitely right. You were definitely right. Although we probably should have drawn a land by now. Opponent. Beautiful. Gonna get in. Okay, chat. I admit I should have shifted. We do need a scoop screen. Land. I mean, what are the odds that we draw 3 Uros and no lands? If Uros were lands, we would be winning this match. Found it. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Sure. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to update my motto. Oh, we're going to draw more tap lands. One land, one keep did not work for us that game. We even have Traversa Uvenwald, although it wouldn't help. All right, run it back. We're going to have lands. Yeah, Arena's had some weird shuffling stuff lately. All right, we'll keep this. Hopefully Satyr Wayfinder can dump some goodies in the graveyard. Play it out, you deserve it. Oh, it's too painful. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Breathing full, go. Do I follow hockey? Hockey is the one sport that I don't follow. Or one of the sports. But yeah, out of the major sports in North America, hockey is the one that I don't really keep up on. If Satyr Wayfinder whiffs here, I don't know what I'm going to do. Wow. Made it close, but we did find the land. Okay. Oh, and we dumped an Uro, which is better. That's even better. Pass the turn. Hey, what's up, Bennymon? How are you today? I like soccer, but I don't follow it closely. Opponent running out the 1-drops for days. Gets in. And we'll trade. Keep the graveyard full. Opponent passes. Well, that's Satyr Wayfinder. Get an overgrown tomb. Still only 2 card types somehow. Overgrown tomb. Go. All right, we're milling all of our creatures. Hey, what's up, Zyre? Good to see ya. that is a good Weezer, Kiergan. Weezer is a band that is hard to understand. It's really impressive that they could go from, in my opinion, being one of the best bands around to being one of the worst bands around in the course of one career. Like, normally, bands can be really good and get worse, but to go from literally, like, one of the best bands to literally one of the worst bands, that's almost impressive in a lot of ways. Like, that is hard to actually do. Craig Fable passage. Take a island. Actually, let's take a forest. Take a forest. Green, green, blue, blue, Uro, U. Alright, Uro time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Get an Uro. Gain some life, draw a card. Ooh, Ballista's actually really good in this board state. Tap land. All right, let's go. 6/6 versus 2/1s. So, all right, when I said it's one of the sports I don't follow, I don't follow any sports super, super closely, but as far as sports that I do follow, basketball and football are the two that I follow the most. Do I play chess? Sort of. I play chess, but I'm not particularly amazing at chess or like trained in chess or anything. But I know how to play it. I like it. But I'm not, like a grandmaster or anything like that. Well, this is a way for our opponent to beat an Uro, at least temporarily. Yup. Courser. So if we play Nissa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, untap. So we can't Nissa and kill Rankle. So I think we just Courser, Overgrown Tomb, gain a life. Pass the turn. Pass the turn, kill the Rankle. Do I follow Jiggly Ball? I don't even know what Jiggly Ball is. I would say I'm a lacrosse fan, but I have went to professional lacrosse match before, and it was actually very entertaining. I was like surprised at how entertaining. It was like indoor lacrosse, which maybe is part of it, but all right, Rankle down. Do your worst with the Thoughtseize, opponent. This Thoughtseize actually kind of helps us because it gets us another card in the graveyard for Uro. Opponent plays a Swamp. Is waiting till next turn bad because of Fatal Push? Next turn for what? Opponent passes. I mean, I think we just have this game. 1, 2, 3. Do I have to? Should I click out this Tanos, or is this going to be a bad idea? Tanos, thank you for the rewards.
Laverne, I'm a doctor.
Oh,
You're
it's
a bit of a know-it-all, aren't you?
it's
Well,
Scrubs.
Yeah? Who was Deep Throat?
Mark Felt, the FBI guy that's been all over the news for months.
Oh, sorry, rich boy. My TV doesn't...
Game to orderly.
Both heard of it.
Thinking about being yelled.
Why do you have to go?
Try to explain this to you two idiots.
All right. It's Scrubs. I didn't actually see the Jiggly Ball, but I'll watch it later. All right, let's 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna. I thought it might be shorter than that, just like a minute, and it would slip through copyright. But it's like 2.5 minutes. That's enough that YouTube will get mad. YouTube's so ridiculous about copyright stuff. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's play lands, gain a life. play Nissa. Traverse. Opponent kills Nissa. Oh, this is interesting now. This is very interesting. Let's count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're so close. Do we live it? We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Take Emrakul. Walking Ballista. I think we get to Emrakul next turn, because Ballista's an artifact in the graveyard. And then Emrakul should be... There's no way they can beat this. Everyone's Riker, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Little Mama Emrakul coming down to end the hopes and dreams of Mono Black Aggro. Mutavault, opponent can draw a card. Conveniently down to 13 life. Emrakul Rage, I would say. Taunos with the gift sub to Evison X12. And opponent scoops it up, and we're up to 2-0. And maybe Swedish Sultai is actually really good. We might be feeding the kids some Swedish fish tonight. Do you actually like Swedish fish? Swedish fish, I don't know. I think they're like second tier candy. Maybe even third tier. It might be tier 3 for me. They taste... I think they're even like second tier for gummies, in my opinion. I think just normal gummy bears are better than Swedish fish. Or gummy worms. Yeah, that's what I think too. Swedish fish are kind of low tier as far as candy goes. They're too sticky. What is your top tier? Give me, what is tier 1 candy-wise? I do like gummies. That's true. Oh, boy. Gift subs for days. Whoa. Evison X12 handing out a ton of gift subs to Lurat, Krug, Colebirds, Iron and the Beast, Critic, and I think that's it. Thank you so much. Welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Swedish Fish to the burn deck say, ruin the party and keep coming back. SwedishFishBottom.com. Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids are pretty good. Swedish Berries, number 1. Skittles, top tier. Skittles are good. I do like Skittles. What would, I think, my top tier, Kit Kats? I think Kit Kat bars. Ooh, Control. We will take Thassa's intervention. Pass the turn. All right, control time. Thank you so much for handing out the gift subs. And Taunos, the gift sub battle is on. Taunos handing out the gift subs to White 89, X-White 89. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Also, Astor131, welcome you as well. Big soups here for you. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's just get a clock going. That's fine. Get a clock going, play the land, run out, scoos, pass the turn. 100 grands. Chocolate or vanilla? That's another good one. I'm going to combat. Ooze in for 2. Iron Dan the Best. Iron and the Beast sounds like a good metal band name, but I'm sorry, Iron Dan the Best. Skuru, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Opponent takes it. Well, let's just stick with the Thoughtseize plan. Thoughtseize you. Opponent's going to spend their seal away. That's fine. Alright. Well, we got rid of a Teferi, thankfully. That's a scary one. Pass the turn. Vanilla is the finest of all flavors. I actually agree, too. Well, I don't know if I'd say the finest, but I definitely prefer vanilla to chocolate. Not a fan of Milky Ways, really. Not a fan of caramel. I don't like caramel. This is mid-range, basically. There's not like a dedicated combo win con. We win with Uros. We can win with Uros. We can tutor up like Emeralds, Ishkanas. But it's basically a mid-range value-y game plan. Alright, more lands. Pass the turn. I'd like to wait on this Traverse until we had more card types. We could use a Satyr Wayfinder. That would be sweet. Unsub because of not liking caramel. Barrett, Berno Cinero. First time sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Opponent. Island. Passing. Because we knew there was a sensor in hand, so if we run out Uro, tap out for Uro, then we're gonna lose our Uro for not much value. I hate getting things censored. That's one of the so close. Censored is one of the more brutal counters. All right, well, 2 card types, sorceries. We need one more card type. One more card type, and we can go crazy with Traverses. Opponent. Azurius Tribe draws a card. Worried about a Teferi coming down. Peanut Butter Cups are also good. I would agree with that. Cast out. Cycled. Opponent. So we can blow up Seal Away at some point. Little Teferi, well. Yeah, kill it. Get back ooze. If bounces ooze, sure. Opponent passes. Ishkana. Well, we're gonna wait on that. Let's play an ooze. Sorcery instant creature. I don't really want to spend these. Yeah, let's just pass. Meme mixtape for the 8th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Opponent plays a tapped land and passes. Well, time to start eating graveyard cards. Eating random cards does have some value because of dig through time. So it seems worth it. Exile, exile, exile. Fabled Passage might actually be the best draw in our deck. Castle Garenbrig is not. I'll go to combat. So weird. We haven't had any problem filling our graveyard in other games. I think it's more just like awkward this game that we've drawn like 3 of our 5 Delirium cards. All right, Supreme Verdict. I'll keep eating stuff, I guess. Do we exile everything to get Uro back? Is it worth it? That bad. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for you. How much buffalo food do you enjoy? Beef on Rex sandwiches, horseradish mustard, buffalo wings, sponge candy, Ted's hot dogs. Not much of it. I don't know if I like any of that, actually. I'm not a buffalo eater. Ugh. Awkward pinch on the graveyard. Like, technically we can get Uro back, but then we're down to 0 card types. And that's not a high number. You know what? We're going to do it. Sure. Sure, opponent. All right, 0 card types. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brutal, but you do what you got to do. Uro. One Satyr Wayfinder could change our luck here. Draw a card. Oh. Really? If we had waited... If we had waited one more turn, we would have hit the Fabled Passage. Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. What is a beef on rack? I've never had a beef on rack. Oh no. That is some unfortunate timing. Opponent. Taken up to Fairy. Oh, we need a Wayfinder. We need a Satyr Wayfinder. Island. Opponent. Passing. Phenol push. Well. Please, let us attack. Supreme Verdict. Ugh, painful. So painful. Maybe we I don't know. Maybe we misplayed. Maybe we should have kept waiting. I'm doing well, Magic. How are you? Opponent, take it up to Very. And Bassett. Satyr Wayfinder, Grizzly Salvage. Oh no. Oh, our deck is mocking us. Well, take the Fairy. Torrential Gearhulk for Azorius Charm. This is looking bad, looking bad. So there goes Ashkana. We'll crack Fabled Passage. Get a Swamp. Fatal Push. Traverse the Uvenwald. Traverse the Uvenwald. Well, that was a lot of work to fill our graveyard, but we kind of are getting there. No, this is game 1. We did not leave in Fatal Push. What is good here, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can't Emrakul yet, though. Yeah, we do have an Ishkana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we still need one more land. We don't have 13, right? 1, 2. Oh, yeah, Castle Garenbrig. You're right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That land taps for 2. Well. Yeah. All right, opponent. Let's see what you can do. Can you stop little mama Emrakul? Yeah, I was not counting the Garen Brig. All right. I mean, it does get bounced, but then we get to play it again, so it's not the end of the world. About it. Maybe our opponent could deal with it. They could have, like, Whirlwind Denial or something. Bounces Torrential. And can you beat Evergaol? Yeah, if our opponent fields, that is an issue. Because we're going to get strip mined, and then we're actually a long way away from being able to Emrakul. That is something that could go very wrong here. Oh, getting censored would be brutal. Yeah, the Emrakul plan is risky. We're relying on this Castle Garenbrig, and we don't have any basics left in our deck. So if it gets strip mined, we're fully strip mined. Castle Ardenvale. Yeah, well, that's a strip mine. Sure. Opponent has land. We draw nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're infinite turns away. This has been very awkward. All right. Blooming Marsh. Go, I guess. Ugh. This deck does not play very many basics for playing a lot of Fabled Passages. Kind of that's one thing I question about this deck. 4 basics with a deck full of Fabled Passages seems questionable to me. Opponent opts to the bottom. Digs up to Fairy. Island. So we're 2 lands away from being able to Emrakul. Wow. We were just talking about, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I definitely have some questions as to whether you could actually play Fabled Passage in 4 basics. We're kind of getting pretty punished for it here. Ay. The problem is if we Uro, then we're never going to Emrakul. We're going to be a million turns away from Emrakul, and it could easily get countered. Opponent takes up to Fairy. Oh, another Field of Ruin. Oh, yeah. The lack of basic lands in this deck. Not sure. Not sure about that plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I mean, this is all we can do. Emrakul. And see what happens. Little Mama Emrakul. Gets absorbed. Well, we get to control our opponent's next turn. Let's see if we can do something with that. Azorius Charm. Token. All right. Well, we got to do something good here. We're going to end up losing. How can we do it? How can we do it? Yeah, I mean, Fabled, I guess, not getting a land isn't the end of the world with Uro. Well, all right. So. To Fairy. Bounce a token. Cycle sensor. Big Teferi. Teferi. Tuck itself. Oh, yeah, maybe censoring something. Censoring something might have been a better way to go about it. Teferi. Yeah, that might have been a better idea. Bounce the token. Ugh. Yeah, sabotage is bad news. Field of Ruin. Yeah, sabotage is going to beat us. Well, we get to look at our opponent's deck. Million Teferis. Dig through times. Counter spells. Wraths. Ooh, opponent hit a lot of wraths. All right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this beats us, but we'll see. Pass the turn. Opponent gets their extra turn. Yeah, you can't hit your opponent's stuff with their own Field of Ruin. Opponent. I was hoping we'd find a Wrath. That was our most beneficial hit, was just to find a Wrath. So that's why we're doing all the cyclings and stuff. Maybe that was not a good plan, but... And now we're dead to that counter spell. Yep. I mean, we'll cast it, and our opponent counters it, then we will concede. That was a very awkward game. Yeah, the way that came together was not ideal. Well, Uro, opponent sabotages, and we scoop it up. Okay, they're going to cycle first, sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Emrakul is... The upside of Emrakul is a 13-13. It is a very bad Mindslaver. As a Mindslaver, it is not good at all. Because you give your opponent their turn back. A big part of what makes Mindslaver so good is it's essentially an extra turn spell. Where you get to also just wreck your opponent. But you lose that. You lose that with Emrakul. But having a 13-13 is a big deal. Like, that's the idea is, in a lot of matchups, you play this, mess up your opponent's hand, attack once and win. That doesn't actually work as well against a deck with a million counter spells. All right, Trim. Ishkana doesn't seem great. Go down all the Fatal Pushes, of course. Abrupt Decay actually is pretty questionable. Although I guess, our opponent has too much graveyard stuff to be playing their own graveyard hate, I think. stuff like Corsair and Ballista, I feel like we kind of need to keep to turn on Delirium, but maybe they are some of the weaker cards. Maybe we just care a little less about Delirium. All right, let's try it like that. Yeah, Seb has the best art on a lot of things. All right, we get to play first. Let's see what our hand looks like. Actually, before we go to the next round, a quick reminder that our sponsor this fine evening is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. This is fine. As long as Satyr Wayfinder does not betray us, this is fine. Unmoored Ego getting rid of Big Teferi should make it a lot harder for our opponent to win. Do I feel like Dimir Inverter is plaguing Moto? It has been, although we haven't played against it once tonight somehow, so maybe it's improving. Boy, you really would like a blue source. Satyr Wayfinder. And, oh, the most awkward. Okay, we upped our card types. Oh, Wayfinder has been so bad for us. Wayfinder has been just, like, really not doing what it needs to do many times in a row. With Emrakul, couldn't you play your opponent's opt and then put a ton of their counter spells on the stack and mess up their hand? Oh, my God. All right, so our opponent is playing Reston. Wow. Well, that is somewhat surprising to me. Well, our Delirium plan's not going to be great. That's for sure. And we need 13 mana for Emrakul. How are you supposed to sideboard against Inverter? It really depends on the deck. Some of the easiest answers are counter spells and discard spells. Although I'm actually doing a video, a Brewer's Minute on that exact topic that's going up tomorrow. How to fight against Inverter for each color combination. So that'll be going up tomorrow afternoon for Brewer's Minute. Vote it. Taking their beats. Lou with Jays. Discard Jays. Play Blooming Marsh. Ugh, this is going to be tough. Baby Gideon is a decent option. I don't think it's a 100% I win option, but it is a decent option. Extraction doesn't work against Inverter anymore because of Coast of the Blind Eternities. Yeah, if they're hiding an Inverter in the sideboard, the extraction plan does get a lot worse. Hey, what's up, Not Mason? How are you? Hello. All right. Jeez. Our deck doesn't do much with a Rest in Peace out, does it? Not much at all. Maybe we just take Inverter for ramp? Or Uro for ramp? I guess Ooze is a clock, sort of. I think it's possible that Inverter could end up getting banned. We'll see. I mean, we got another Players Tour this weekend, and I think that will determine a lot of it. Opponent sweeps the board. Passes. That's not super helpful. So let's see. Fabled Passage. Cracket. Island. Uro. Draw a card. On more do you go. Name Big Teferi. Well, opponent's hand isn't great. How can our opponent kill us? We will mill out before them. What does our opponent have to actually win the... one Dream Trawler. One Dream Trawler. Alright, we gotta beat a Dream Trawler. And I guess Castle Ardenvale. Well, Teferi's down. And the clock, which is a concern. Pass the turn. Hi! Is Oracle a mistake? I think that's an interesting question. I mean, it's basically a improvement on Laboratory Maniac. So it's hard to say it's actually a mistake. Yeah, the Hulk seems to be gone. So opponent does not have a lot of threats. At the same time, we are doing nothing. And without our graveyard, our deck is very neutered. Opponent. I'm gonna make a 1-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're still very far away from Emrakul. Also, my birthday was last month. Turned the big 2-2. I was going to ask you if there was a way to send you something to get signed. I have Gurmag Anglers and Colossus Amberside for you. Absolutely love them. Yes, I would love to sign some stuff for you. I have a P.O. box set up for that. P.O. Box 110 in Clyde, New York. 14433. So yeah, feel free to send me stuff that you'd like signed. Just include a self-addressed stamp down below so I can get it back to you. But that is it. That's all I ask. We're gonna lose to 1-1s. what a painfully awkward match. Opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Well, going the other direction. These Field of Ruins are good against us. Opponent gets in. Sure. Keep milling ourselves out. Wayfinder. Oh, there goes our last basic. Ugh. Not like this. Not like this. Boat it. Strip mines us. Yeah. No basics. Boat it. 1-1. And hey, what's up, Foxes? How are you? Yeah, that's the one thing I've noticed. I like this deck, but I do think the number of basics for a Fabled Passage deck, that part does strike me as a little questionable. I mean, as much as I can question a Pro Tour winning deck, well, Thaw sees you. Opponent absorbs. Wow, this has probably been the least fun match to watch. Just nothing has happened. Opponent, gonna make a 1-1. Yeah, we're just gonna lose to these tokens. I don't know what we do about this. Another strip mine for our opponent. And gets in, hits us. Down 2. So what do you think is going to happen this weekend at the Players Tour? Do you think it's going to be all inverter like it was last time? That's a Jace that does nothing. So I think the thing we learned is, I think we needed to leave in like Abrupt Decays and bring in Reclamation Sage. I assume that because our opponent was playing a very graveyard-based deck that they wouldn't actually be able to bring in Rest in Pieces, but our opponent apparently took out all their dig through times, took out all their torrential year hulks, and decided that Rest in Peace was worth it. So their sideboard plan was pretty impressive and going to work. The deck needs more sideboard cards to fight any graveyard synergies. There is 1 Reclamation Sage. Yeah, 1 Reclamation Sage, and yeah, this one's over. All right. 1 Rec Sage and 2 Abrupt Decays in the main deck. Well, that was interesting. Well, we got to see the bad of the deck. Yeah, Rest in Peace is insane against us. And I think that might be a vote against this deck if the Pro Tour starting tomorrow, or Players Tour, is actually dominated by Lotus Breach combo. There's going to be a lot of graveyard hate in the format, and I think that might make this deck a lot worse, because we just saw this deck does not beat graveyard hate. Any plans to do any paper tournaments this year? I know it'll be in GP Vegas, and then there could possibly be some other ones. That's the one that I know for sure right now. Oh, also the SCG in Syracuse, New York, in a couple of months. All right, well, we get to try it again, apparently. Control Part 2. Huh. I'm surprised that so many people are playing Control when it was one of the worst decks at the Players Tour. Interesting. Huh. I'll take... I guess we take Teferi. Pass the turn. I think we can play around the sensor, hopefully. Watery Grave. Thoughtseize. Opponent drove the land. And I'll take the Sabotage. Pass the turn. We're down to 12 already. Do you know if TP coverage is going to return this year? I have not heard anything about it returning, so unfortunately, it seems unlikely. Well, yeah, I guess we got to pass. Opponent. No, we had a shock to resolve Thoughtseize through Censor in our opponent's hand. We need a Forest, I guess. Yeah, opponent has Censor in hand, so if we did not play a land, it would just get countered, unfortunately. Now play the Jays. Blooming Marsh. Go. Yes, GP Las Vegas, I believe I will be at. Bonnet. Cycles the Censor. Untaps. Please no Big Teferi. Alright, Field of Ruin. Thankfully not a strip mine yet. And, interesting. Okay, sure. Huh. I'm surprised our opponent did that. This lets us flip the Jays. We'll get an island. Untap. Loot with Jays. Discard Fatal Push. Flip Jays. Flashback Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize you. Opponent counters. Well, we will play Courser. Alright, no land. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm staying at yet, Tanos. Are you going to be there this year again? Boat it. We have cost ourselves a lot of life, that is for sure. Bonnet passes. Take up Jace. Fabled Passage. Gain a life. Uro. Boned. Alright, has Torrential Gear Hulk. For the Sabotage. Sure. We don't really have a way to deal with a Torrential Gear Hulk either. Opponent mills a seal away. Well, we'll crack. Island. Ugh, more lands on top. Jace. Pass the turn. All right, can we beat a Torrential? I'll do my best. Probably not booking 6 rooms again this year, but we'll make a couple to make sure folks I hope to see can go. Yeah, it would be awesome to get to hang out again. Vote it. Getting in. Fireleaf was definitely sweet. Opponent kills our Jace. Sure. Ooh, Traverse is good. Well, loot with Jace. Discard Fatal Push. Flip Jace. Thoughtseize our opponent. Make sure the coast is clear. And then I guess Uro also kind of beats this. Thoughtseize you. 2 lands. Sure. Uro. Returning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uro. Draw card. And this is going much better than last time. Put the land into play. Gain some more life. Back up to 16. Hit our opponent. Maybe. Opponent's going to make a 1-1. Yeah, this is going 100 times better than last game. Bout it. Apparently Blue-White's back. Gonna play any Commander SCG Syracuse? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play the main event. I'm just gonna hang out, do some side events, do some Commander games. So, yes, if you want to play some Commander and you're going to be around, that would be sweet. Ugh. All right. Teferi. That's not ideal. About it. Yeah. Gets in. Hits us. Well, Traverse for a land. Play Tracker. Swamp. Get a clue. Courser. Tick up. But opponent's got a Teferi. Boy, things are getting worse by the second. I might be going to Vegas again this year. Can we do a chaos draft together, pretty please? Ooh, possibly Young Frugal. That could be fun. Boat it. Draws with Teferi. Finds. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know about Dig Through Time. That's a card that I still feel like probably should just be banned. Vote it. Oh, we're happy with the Gear Hulk attacking. We need it to attack to get rid of this Teferi. Teferi, and now Dig Through Time, are the cards that are beating us here. So opponent should have some good cards in hand now. Combat. Attacks. Attack. So opponent looks like drew a Wrath, which is pretty bad news. Well, block and block. Yeah, Dig Through Time is Bust-a-Reno. Hey, what's up, Red Lord? How are you? There's a Supreme Verdict. Thanks, Dig Through Time. And Teferi beats our Jace, unfortunately. Well, we untap. Thoughtseize our opponent. Absorb. Well, we will play Ishkana. Make some spiders. Tick up. Pass the turn, see if we go to Fairy. Podcast was great this week. Really enjoyed it. Keep up the great cast. Thank you, Kill Switch. Pwn it. Draws a card with Teferi. Back up to 3 cards in hand. What did they find? Dig is fine. Outside of control inverter combo, where else does it see play? Oh, wait till this weekend. Thassa's Intervention. Dig Through Time Part 2. Nido for the 7th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Rug Constellation. Do you have a list, Team Kasich? I don't think that I have. Unless I'm just not picturing it. Narset for our opponent. Sure. Narset gets more Teferis. Untaps lands. Fabled Passage. But no lands. Well, we will... Abrupt Decay Narset. Go to combat. Kill Teferi. Teferi down. Jace. We gotta try this, I think, for Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize our opponent. Yeah. Well, crack this. Awkward. Pass the turn. Well, here comes another Teferi. Ugh. Oh! Oh, yeah, we just can't keep up with this. Cannot keep up. Well, thank you for the cheer, bro, down. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Passage plus Uvenwald is so bad with only 4 lands. Opponent, Dig Through Time. Demonic Tutor, part 4. 3? Yeah. Ugh. Well, sure, Satyr Wayfinder. Mills, nothing relevant. We will play a Jace. Sure. We will play a land. Sure, pass the turn. But we know that there's a million good cards in hand. Yeah, Dick is pretty broken. Strip Mind. Sure. Again. Ha. This feels like a matchup that's probably not very good for this deck. Opponent cycles Azorius Charm. Should Leyline be in the main deck at this point? There's Teferi number 2. Draws a card with Teferi. I don't know if you want Leyline in the main deck. That seems like it might be going a little bit too far. Opt for our opponent. Supreme Verdict, part 17. Yeah. Untaps. We draw. Traverse. Well, let's traverse. Seven and 6. All right. Well, I guess it's Mama Emrakul time. Emrakul. We will take your next turn, opponent. Well, is it enough? Is it enough this time? Opponent. Censors. Well, okay. We still get our opponent's turn at least. Opponent. What do you got? Thassa's Intervention. Well, Teferi. Actually, let's cycle farmland. Teferi. Tuck Teferi. Thassa's intervention. For everything. Okay. And pass the turn. Well, we wrecked our opponent's hand. We'll see. We'll see if it gets us out from under. Maybe. Land for our opponent. That was a good draw. We could use an Uro. Uro would be very effective. Pass the turn. Not great thought seize time. About it. This Castle Vantress is going to keep finding... All right, makes a token, gets to scry. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about this deck in the control matchups. It seems pretty questionable. Opponent gets to opt. It just feels like our opponent has way more action than we do. And way more card advantage. Yeah, opponent hits us. We draw more lands, Overgrown Tomb. And Emrakul has not been an answer. We have resolved Emrakul twice against control, and we have won 0 of them. Emrakul doesn't seem like that much of a payoff in this matchup. Opponent makes a token, opponent gets to scry, they leave a card on top, Hollowed Fountain. It's a Teferi. Yeah. Yeah, the castles have been very good for our opponent. Gets in. Hits us. Well, Fatal Push your token. Got him. Pass the turn. What's your favorite lyric from a song? Mine is Send Them to the Slaughterhouse Brie. Oh, that is a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, the castles are so good. I mean, the opportunity cost is just close to non-existent. Opponent gets it, it's us. Down to 12. Well, this started off feeling like it might be different than last time, but ended up being almost exactly the same as last time. Opponent takes down to Teferi, draws a card. Well, thought sees you. More lands. Yeah, these castles are just beating us. I mean, among other things, but from this position, the castles are just beating us. Yeah, I guess we just gotta try to Emrakul again. Emrakul, go. I don't think we're gonna be able to mill him out because of the Teferis. Eventually, our opponent's gonna get to the just keep tucking my Teferi part of the game. Assuming they don't kill us before that with these tokens. I think Dream Trawler can be a... Hey, see you, Psycho Magi. I think that Dream Trawler can be a good finisher for control decks like our opponent's playing. Rug deck is super sweet, real sweet. Cetessan Champion, Nessian Wanderer, totally insane. Oh, did you send me the list, Kessig? I think I missed it if you did. Rainbow Niven Standard. I think it's really fun. I think it's possible. The easiest way to do it is probably with Fires of Invention. Opponent gonna kill our Liliana, hit us. Yeah. So we get to Emrakul again. Oh, thank you, Kessig. So Liliana down. Wanderer with Dryad is something I've seen in... they found a Teferi. It's something I've seen in Limited and has looked pretty sweet. Tokens. Untaps. Yeah. We draw more More not very helpful lands, unfortunately. We'll play an Emrakul. Play a Blooming Marsh. Go to our opponent's turn, see what we can do. Opponent going to make a token. Azorius Charm. Well, Cycle Charm. Cast out. Well, Teferi. Bounce a token. More Teferis. Delia! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's scry. All right, Fatal Passage can stay on top. Tuck the Human. Teferi. Oh, this is only opponent controls? Ugh. Alright. Ugh. I thought we could just get rid of the Teferi that way, but well, alright, pass the turn. Opponent's got Azorius Charm, Censor, 2 counters, a Sweeper, to Teferi. That's what they got left. Alright. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead. Yeah, I was thinking we could just get rid of the Teferi, but I forgot that they use the new ones. Oh yeah, I guess we should have attacked with 1 token. You're correct. Opponent going to upkeep Scry with Castle Vantress. Hey, what's up, General Chow? How are you? Opponent. Well, if they find this Teferi, it's just Teferi again. Yacht, 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 yacht. Gets in, hits us. Sure. Alright, more lands past the turn. Well, yeah, this has been a Teferi heavy stream, I guess. The funny thing is, blue-white control isn't even very good based on the PTs, but it seems good against us. Opponent draws a card with Teferi. So I think we have to draw Uro here, but if it gets countered, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, these castles have been very impressive. Opponent. Field of Ruin. Strip mines us. Shuffles away our Emrakul. Yeah, well, it is a little unlucky that we have not been able to draw a single Uro in 39 cards of our deck. More lands. And we will scoop it up. Opponent with all those lands, this should have been game. Well, yeah, it was pretty... Having a lot of lands does make it pretty easy for the control deck to win. Hi. Well, the last couple matches have not been very exciting. Something tells me you don't like Teferi. Seems like Corset will be fun for you this year. I'm not a huge fan of broken planeswalkers. That's one thing I think War of the Spark has reinforced that for me. That I like planeswalkers, but when planeswalkers are broken, I think it's one of the most negative things that can happen to Magic. Like, Oko single-handedly destroyed multiple formats. Joel has a sideboard guide on Channel Fireball. Well, let's see what the sideboard guide says about Teferis. All right. Let's take a look. Take a look at this this article. Oh, there's the advice. Take out 4 fatal pushes. All right, we'll go with the guide. 4 fatal pushes, Scavenging Ooze, Abrupt Decay, Coursers, and Ishkana. Go up the counter spells. Go up Tireless Tracker. And Reclamation Sage, Unmoored Ego, Sultai Charm, and Vivian. That's very close to how he sideboarded last time in this matchup. It'll be interesting to see how the core set is. I think the core set with Chandra's was actually pretty sweet. So if they could keep Teferi core set to be roughly in line with M20, then that'll probably be fine or even good. 2 Wraths, a million counters, a dig through time. Alright, we'll take the dig through time. Pass the turn. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate Teferi. I do wish that some of the versions of it were... It's been 2 in a row that have been best card in standard level good. So I'm hoping that the next ones are just good rather than dominant. And that would be ideal. I think the way that they did it with Chandra's in Core Set 2020 was pretty cool, though. I like the idea of having multiple versions of the same Planeswalker. I think it was really cool with Chandra's. And then you can do like Chandra Tribal, or I guess in this case it would be Teferi Tribal or whatever. But I think that's a cool idea. Teferi's Moat. I wonder if Teferi's Moat could show up in Standard. Well, at least we're fighting our Uros. I think that was maybe one of the biggest problems last game is we just never hit our card advantage engines. We went through 40 cards and just could not find an Uro. And not finding an Uro made it very difficult for us to keep up with what our opponent's doing. I'm going to combat, get in. We can't Uro this turn because of Censor, unfortunately. Castle Garenbrig, go. Escape is casting. It's just a different way to cast from the graveyard. Opponent gonna blow up Castle Garenbrig. Yeah, we will grab a Swamp. Maybe our Satyr Wayfinders will just get there. Cycle, censored. More Thoughtseizes would be good. Nissa, yes. Yes. Nissa is very busted as well. In Standard especially. I think this Nissa is Teferi level good in Standard for sure. Well, go to combat. This game, at least we're getting all of our Uros. Get in. Well, let's Uro. Actually, I guess we play the land. Uro. If our opponent wants to counter a growth spiral with upside, that's fine. Uro. Breeding pool. Pass the turn. Well, we're getting there. We're making some headway at least. I mean, Teferi can win games on its own, but Nissa wins them much quicker. Bonus cycles. The tucking Teferi back into the deck was kind of the core of one of the better decks in Standard for a long time. Untap land for our opponent. Setting up for Diggerino, I presume. I'll go to combat. Attack. Let's... So opponent can dig and counter. Oh, we need some discard. Let's traverse. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, let's take Emrakul. And play Blooming Marsh. And play... Yeah, we're gonna let our opponent counter Nissa. Nissa, go ahead. Hey, what's up, dog? How are you? So, Nissa countered. This does mean that we're set up for Emrakul next turn. Our opponent has a million Arrests in hand, so it's not going to win the game, but we get to steal a turn and maybe mess with our opponent's stuff. That seems reasonable. I think Oko targeting an opponent's stuff was intentional, but just underestimated how good it would be. Teferi tucking itself. Yeah, it might be the same way, actually, where Wizards just didn't realize how powerful that actually was. But it kind of makes sense because Teferi can, like, protect itself or whatever. Well, Emrakul. Opponent counters Emrakul. Well, we still get their turn. We get to go to combat. We attack. Hopefully we can really mess with our opponent here. Opponent. So many counters. 1, 2, 3. I'll play the island. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the best we could do is just cast out and then absorb the cast out. Cast out. Absorb the cast out. Alright. I mean, that's not bad. 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. Yeah, unfortunately, Field of Ruin can only target your opponent's stuff. If we could blow up the castle, it would be worth it, but not actually a legal play. Narset. Okay. Narset. Fines. This control deck's pretty good. Is there constant complaining, Vistivar? There's a supreme verdict for our opponent. Alright, so... Ooh, traverse. 1, 2, 3. I think we have to Murderous Rider, the Narset. Green, green, blue, blue. Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get back an Uro. Draw a card. Get a 6/6. Overgrown Tomb tapped. And, yeah, pass the turn. Can you beat a 6/6? Spike's Cafe! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is anyone playing anything sweet and standard lately? The Llama deck I had a lot of fun with. I'm curious what everyone else has found, if anything, that they've been enjoying in standard. Well, let's traverse. Take, geez, we don't have much. Take Satyr Wayfinder. Play Satyr Wayfinder. Take Watery Grave. Green, green, blue, blue. Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Uro number 2. Sabotage. Well, we will counter sabotage. Get a 6/6. Watery Grave tapped. Timing out's also a concern. Not really enjoying playing against Dream Trawler all day. Yeah, Dream Trawler, I think, that is a tricky one. Liliana goes up in value. Hey, what's up, Stu? How are you? I think Liliana goes up in value. Other Edict-style effects. I've also been leaving in Wrath sometimes when I otherwise wouldn't as a way to deal with it. All right, opponent finds a Teferi and a Fabled Passage. Can we kill our opponent without tapping out? That's another question. So, or timing out rather. Let's Uro. Draw a card. Put Palace into play. Play Ballista. Go to combat. Attack Teferi. Opponent's going to make a 1/1. We will kill the 1/1. Kill Teferi. All right. Can we close out the game? I don't think 3-mana Teferi is that important there. 5-mana Teferi is a concern, but 3-mana Teferi, I don't think we really even care that much about countering. Ooh. All right. Well, speaking of 5-mana Teferi, we can put an end to that. On Mordigo. Oh, timing out is feeling likely. No. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Get rid of them all. Opponent's got one Torrential Gear Hulk, and that's about it. Oh, one Dream Trawler. Ew, Dream Trawler. Speaking of Dream Trawler, well, Teferi's down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's Uro. Blue, blue, green, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're kind of running out of graveyard fuel. All right, Uro. Uro comes down. Hopefully we don't mill out. Timeout, I am very concerned about. All right, pass the turn. The counters are good. These counters are very good, especially Disdainful Stroke. Pass the turn. We're going to have to beat through these 1/1s from the castles and win. This is only game 2. That is Red Deck wins. RDW, Red Deck wins. Opponent. Strip mines us. We get a land. Sure, that fuels our graveyard. That's fine. Opponent gets a land. Untaps. Scoops it up. Okay. Well, that was a good performance. Is there any way we can win in this amount of time, though, is the problem. Oh, we're going to have to play so incredibly fast. These control matchups are so long, and we're not playing, like, super slowly, but we're not playing fast enough. Out of the interest, have you tried Prison Enchantments in Standard? Has a win condition in Destiny Spinner and Flash from Lane Lines, makes it a very interesting deck. Ooh. I have not. That does sound like a very interesting deck. I've played enchantments decks. I've even played ban enchantment decks, but I don't think I played flashy Leyline with Destiny Spinner win condition enchantment decks. All right, so for this match, chat, I love you, but for this last game, I'm going to have to ignore you and F6 viciously, because if we're going to have any chance of not timing out, it's going to involve playing very quickly. So, well, we're in sideboarding now, so this isn't counting towards our clock. But yes, for this game, if I don't see your question, save it for the next game, and I will look, because I love answering questions, I love chatting. So just save it for after this game, because we're gonna have to try to play very, very aggressively to try to win. Is there anything we can do to speed it up? Nissa's a fast clock. We didn't... Oh, did we see... Is there Graveyard Hate? I guess Rex Stage is good either way. Alright. Maybe we bring in the Ishkana. Ishkana, like, could steal a game, maybe. Maybe we gotta go down Liliana just because of the slowness. Ugh. Maybe we can just unmoored ego and our opponent will scoop again. That'd be fine. All right, here we go. All right, chat. Hold your questions for after this game because we got to go fast. Huh. This is going to be hard in this matchup to win in 4 minutes. Okay, sure. Plains, Bona passes. Blooming Marsh. Thaw sees you. Ras, oh, we gotta take Rest in Peace, unfortunately. Rest in Peace, we learned that last time. Rest in Peace is insane against us. Opponent, Glacial Fortress. Passes. Thought sees you. Take. Dream Trawler. Fabled Passage. Crack Fabled Passage. Forest. Go. Opponent cycles. Under 4 minutes. Under 4 minutes. We can kill Teferi with Abrupt Decay. Opponent, Hallowed Fountain. And Teferi. And takes it down, draws a card. Watery Grave. Untapped. Uro. Put a land into play. Crack Fabled Passage. Take a island. Pass the turn. Field of Ruin for our opponent. Takes up Teferi. Emrakul. That's a minute away. Traverse. For a swamp. Play the swamp. Unmoored Ego. Teferi Hero Dominaria. Snag them all. Opponent does not have very many win conditions other than us timing out, which is a legit win condition with us having 2 minutes 51 seconds. Oh, I knows to. Playmat is still owed. Well, get an island that fills our graveyard. Opponent, Gonna go opting. We are in strip mine mode now. If our opponent finds more field of ruin, which is not great. Opponent opts. To the bottom. Takes up to fairy. Plasmatic Panic. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Alright, get rid of Teferi. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, save it, the damn blue player. Save it for after this match so I can actually look at it. Opponent strip mines us. Yeah, sure. Passes. Awkward. Grizzly salvage. Take a Ishkana. Pass the turn. These strip mines are adding up. Cycles. Cycles. Castle. Passes. Ishkana. Opponent found absorb. Pass the turn. Castle. Opponent passing. Breeding pool. Untapped. Uro. Opponent. Thinking. Under 2 minutes, the clock is really running down. Thasser's Intervention card draw. Okay, Earl resolves. Vivian. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent. Rumpelstiltskin. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber, opponent. Gets rid of Uro, finds a dig through time. I feel like our opponent's mostly, with so many of their win conditions gone, I feel like their main game plan is mostly to just control the game until we time out. Oh, that's very bad. Rex Age.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
We need this. Alright. Disdainful Stroke. Rex Age. Gotta hit the Rest in Peace. We just can't win with Rest in Peace out. Rest in peace, gone past the turd. Weezers of the Coast, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you, about it. Passing. Well, let's Grizzly Salvage. Take Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista. X2. A minute to go. Opponent counters. Ugh. Pass the turn. 4. Can attack. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Opponent. Makes a 1-1. Castle Vantress. Opponent passes. Nissa. untap, combat, attack, token, 43 seconds, another token, opponent triple blocks, yup. Pass the turn. Yeah, opponent's just definitely going to run us out of time. Opponent. Passing. Shock ourselves. Oh, and then we got to control our opponent's turn. Oh, I think we would have won this if we didn't run out of time. Emrakul. Untap a land. Combat. Attack. Settle the wreckage. Opponent's going to make 1/1s. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. And time is up. Yeah, opponents just, they knew we were behind on time. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I think if time was not a concern, we're almost 100% to, I mean, I don't want to say 100%, but we were definitely favored from that board state. But, oh, yeah. Well, that's a little disappointing. Although I guess it did show that our deck could compete with a control matchup. Hey, see you, Zach. All right, I'm back, chat. If you were trying to send me something, I'm back now. Prison Revised. Ooh. That looks fun. It kind of reminds me of the Abzan deck that we played a little bit for Mucha Brew. Same kind of idea with Calyx and Sagas, but Bant adds Dance of the Manse and some cool options. Ooh, Chulane is probably my favorite of the Brawl commanders, Doug. Are you going to demo the Kiora Best Everything deck? We've played it on stream a couple times. Maybe I'll have to do a video of it. Kind of embarrassing to play slower than a blue-white deck. I don't think I ever time out unless it's content related. So I think for me it's just part of streaming. Obviously timing out isn't ideal, but streaming is the reason that I stream primarily is to be able to interact with the chat. So some number of timeouts just come with the territory, I think. So I would prefer to time out on occasion and get to heavily interact with the chat than never time out, but have a stream that wasn't interactive. I will say that Seder Wayfinder has been like 50-50 whiffs. Like, it's really insane. But we have had a lot of Wayfinder whiffs. A really, really high number. Wayfinder used to be our friend, too. I used to like it, but yikes. Well, I think we're getting inverted. We'll see how this goes. Opponent has a Thoughtseize. Sure. Sure. Scorching Dragonfire is, I think, decent and standard. Being able to kill things at instant speed in response to, like, Embercleave equipping is nice. It deals with Annex. It can hit Planeswalkers. Alright, Thoughtseize the Thoughtseize. Play the Fetid Pools. Boat it. Biasson. I'll play the island. Run out. I guess we just Uro. Should I do a video of the Kiora deck? I wasn't sure if just our stream playing was enough. Ooh, Fabled Passage is decent. Fabled Passage. Then we can crack Fabled Passage. Take a forest. Traverse. We don't have a Traverse card that just shuts down our opponent's deck, though. Yeah, the Kiora deck is fun. What do we do with this? Yeah, Elspeth Conquers Death is awesome. I feel like we don't have anything that's especially great at shutting down. I feel like there's nothing we have that's especially great at shutting down the combo. Yeah, I mean, Rider doesn't shut down the combo, though. I'm wondering, like, Ooze? Ooze can mess with the graveyard. Is that enough? Rider, I guess, does kill Jace. Maybe that's enough. And, I mean, we do have more Uros coming. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I think long-term Emrakul's our best bet, but it's already been milled. Maybe we take Jace and try to flip it. Next turn we can Jace Uro. Alright. We'll go with Murderous Rider. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. I think it's close. I could see a good argument for Jace. Murderous Rider, though, is a good way to stop the Jace kill. And depending on the build of Inverter, some decks have builds have went more towards Jace than Thassa's Oracle even. Alright, there's a Jace. Huh. Interesting choice to just run it out. Opponent must have multiple Jaces. Blooming Marsh. Well, Overgrown Tomb. Unfortunately, we can't Uro into this, but kill Jace. Combat. Hit our opponent. Alright, pass the turn. Double Hawk! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for you. Been working on a deck in Standard to maximize Uro. What do you think? Ooh, let me see Double Hawk. Uro Adventures. Ew. I have not seen Uro and Adventures together. Opponent plays a tapped land. And... well, we haven't got comboed yet. Opponent passes. Let's Satyr Wayfinder, number 2. That looks sweet. Great Henge is a cool trick. Tail's End on Lotus Field is also sweet. I like it. That's a cool deck, Hawk. And let's Uro permanently. Creature, sorcery, instant, sorcery. Opponent. Alright. Has the Censor. We got an Emrakul and a Uro censored this league. Censor has had a meteoric rise in the Pioneer format. Hey, what's up, Ski? How are you? Let me know what you think this odd deck, any changes you might make. Ooh, let me see Cyphreas. Sultai Lazev Pod. Ooh. Oh, that is another spicy looking one. I really like Enigmatic Incarnation. There's a dig. Uh-oh. Yeah, so we should be dead now. Dig, 6 mana, Splinter Twin, death. Well, bone it. Untaps. Island. And Inverter. Yeah. Well, that is what Inverter can do. Wow. Our opponent is not winning? Okay. So we draw nothing. We will Uro. I'm not even sure what we can draw. Thoughtseize, I guess, is the best draw. I don't think there's anything we can traverse for. It would be sweet if we had a traverse target that actually stopped our opponent's combo. That would be sweet. Well, alright. Yeah, looks like we've been inverted here. Pass the turn. Yeah, the pod deck looks fun. I mean, Jay's Oracle, opponent's got a bunch of ways to win the game. Kills our Jays. I don't think they would have run out the inverter unless they had a win condition. Thoughtseize to make sure the coast is clear. The Tamer Dreamer! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. And that is Inverter. Last time we played Pioneer, we did 2 leagues, and we went 6-0 versus non-inverter, and just got stomped by Inverter. 0-4 against Inverter. The thing with Oracle is it wins with an empty library, even if Devotion is on 0. So that is one of the powerful aspects of the card. Unlike Laboratory Maniac, that if you have no cards in your library, it is just a guaranteed win when it hits the battlefield. So Fatal Pushes don't really do anything. How do we want to sideboard this? We can look at Yoel's plan. Yoel's plan is go down your Fatal Pushes. Makes sense. Go down Coursers. Makes sense. Go down Liliana. Go down Ishkana. Go down Abrupt Decay. Go up all the counters. Go up the Ley Lines of the Void. Go up the Unmoored Ego and the Tireless Tracker. All right, here we go. Can we beat the new best deck in the format? We will find out. Brazen Borrower would be a good traverse ad as a temporary answer for things. Yeah, that could be a good option as well. Being able to... Ooh, all right, we got to keep this. We need one more land, but we got power. We got a Thoughtseize. It seems pretty reasonable. If we don't hit lands, it's going to go very sadly poorly, but... Wow. All right, opponent just kept all the ops in the world. Ugh. Well, take Inverter, I guess. Pass the turn. Ugh. Bone it. Hey, welcome, Archburger Lord. You made it. Opponent draws a swamp off the top. Gets to Thoughtseize us. That's a pretty good draw. Leyline is interesting, doesn't make their combo better. Don't need to worry about clearing their yard first. So Graveyard Hate is interesting against Inverter. It does sometimes help them combo, but Dig Through Time is maybe... Dig Through Time is perhaps the most important card in their deck. So being able to basically just shut off Dig Through Time makes it worth it. But if you are going to bring in Graveyard Hate, you need to be able to also disrupt your opponent in other ways. Thought Seizes, counter spells, etc. Well, can we get a land? Please. Alright, we did get the land. So play the land. I guess we just run out Tireless Tracker. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. What do you got? Other than a million ops, there's an opt. If Thassa's in the graveyard, an Inverter hitting the graveyard can work. Yeah, there are ways that Graveyard Hate can be helpful. Stuff like Scavenging Ooze can also be somewhat helpful, I think. Watery Grave, untapped. Opponent, passing. Dispute would have been sweeter if we had more lands. Well, yeah, Uro. Resolves, draws. Land, please? Ugh, nope. Alright. Well, we can play the counterspell game. Opponent, opt, part 3. Is it going to be close? What do you got, opponent? Untaps. These two counters might be able to protect us, especially if we can hit land drops. Opponent plays a tap land. Thassa's Oracle. Yeah. Getting things set up. Opponent might want it in the graveyard for a future Inverter. Opponent. Passing. Uro. I'll go to combat. Get in with Tracker. Opponent blocks. We pass the turn. Oh. Alright. Well, now we don't have any pressure. 23 lands plus the Traverse the Uvenwalds to get additional lands. It does feel like we've missed a lot of land drops, though. Longtime watcher, new subber, currently running a Sultai Enigmatic Incarnation deck in Standard with Atrada. Ooh, that's a spicy plan, the Teamer Dreamer. Thank you again for subbing, by the way. Opponent. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Yeah, I guess we dispute. If Zeta Wayfinder betrays us again, I don't know what to say. Alright, Breeding Pool. Play the Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. Beer Nerd Tex, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First time sub. Thank you so much. Opponent. I feel like the Stroke is a more guaranteed answer for Dig Through Time. Opponent's got the Dispute anyway. But yeah, there's a decent chance our opponent can Dig Through Time with 3 real mana up. And Dig Through Time is one of their most important cards. So it seemed like sequencing it that way is probably better. Thoughtseize. Well, we can get back in Uro, I guess. Opponent goes to 11. Ooh. Alright. Well, in that case, Thoughtseize you. Pack Rat, Dig Through Time, Opt. Dig Through Time is so insane. Brenda Drew for the 34th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. If I had Lich's Mastery and playing an opponent inverter combos, what happens? I'd have to read Lich's Mastery. Does it say your opponent can't win? Or does it just say that you can't lose for having like 0 less life? You can't lose the game. So can't should be can. So your opponent shouldn't be able to win, although they can attack you with their inverters and make you exile your permanents. So that would shut it down. I guess we take Dig and trust that we can beat a Pack Rat. Take Dig. Uro. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent to 10. There's the Pack Rat. Opponent. Well, let's Uro. Exile stuff. Draw some cards, gain some life. Wow, still no lands. We've been very land-light this game. Go to combat, get it with Zader Wayfinder. Hit our opponent. I'm messing around in standard with Uro and Doom Whisper been kind of good. Ooh, yeah, that seems like you'd be good. That is a good way to stack the graveyard. From Gatherer, while you can't lose the game, opponent can still win the game if an effect says so. Interesting. Well, I very well could be wrong then. If that's what Gatherer says, then I am incorrect, and you can lose with the Lich's Mastery out. Opponent. Does anyone know how Mastery Animation would work with Iara? Would the enter the board triggers for multiple copies, or would they all be ignored and only get triggers from one of them? If you reanimated multiple Iaras at the same time, if you had multiple, they would legend rule each other, but you would get a whole stack of triggers along the way. Well, get in with Uro. Play Thoughtseize. Oh. All right. Yeah. Opponent digs. And then Thoughtseize resolves. We take Jace. And pass the turn. I think with the Thoughtseize on the stack that we can hold on to the Disdainful Stroke. Because if our opponent takes like a Thoughtseize or an interactive spell and a combo piece, then we can counter the combo piece. So I feel like we get more value out of the stroke by waiting until our opponent spends a bunch of mana on a combo piece. That was my thinking anyway. Maybe we get punished. Opponent. Well, go to combat. Attack. Wow, we are having quite the time hitting a land. This is really crazy. Humcom, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Would you recommend getting into Magic Online? Played a lot of paper Magic. So Fox, it really depends on what you wanna do. Magic Online offers all the formats of Magic, which is a pretty big upside for some players. If you're interested in Pioneer and Modern and Legacy, well, there is all of our lands. If you're interested in Pioneer and Modern and Legacy and formats like that, then yes, there's a lot of upside to Magic Online. If you're just going to play Standard and do some for fun drafts, then Magic Arena is probably the way to go in that scenario. Is there any chance that we actually cast an Emrakul? This can get black or green? I'm wondering if we got to take Castle Garenbrig. And let's just take Fabled Passage. Play Fabled Passage. 5 card type 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, pass the turn. We're so close to closing this out. Hey, thank you, Obcom. All of our lands were mashed together into that one-stater Wayfinder hit. I appreciate the kind words. Have I been playing any Modern since the Oko ban? A bit. We have Modern actually coming up for Mucha Brew this weekend, playing Heliod Combo Company. It was a pretty fun deck. I like it. I think it's going to be a sweet Mucha Brew episode. Opponent, Inverter of Truth. Well, we will counter it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. That was a fortunate draw. Okay. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. We could be in a bit of trouble. I'll crack this, grab a swamp. Untap. Go to combat. Swing. Okay. I think we sort of have a line. Opponent blocks. So we unmoored Ego. Name Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Name Jace. Get rid of the Jace. We gotta hope they don't draw a Dig Through Time this turn. If they draw a Dig Through Time this turn, they can dig for Thassa's Oracle, have exactly 2 cards, and win. We have 75% chance of winning. If they draw anything else, then we flip Jace, get rid of the Oracle, and our opponent's going to deck themselves. They had nothing in their hand. Their hand was empty. Oh yeah, I guess they can't actually dig this turn. So I think we're just good. You're right. I just assume that this deck can always dig. Because it feels like they always can. But you're right, they actually can. So I think we are just good then. We can pay for the Mystical Dispute. The Pack Rat Clock is not going to be fast enough with us at 26. We'll actually just double block a pack rat. And Unmoored Ego coming through. Opponent drew the dig, discards it. That's fine. That's fine. All right, so Uro. Actually, let's traverse. Actually, is there a chance that we die too? All right, let's think about this. There are a bunch of pack rats. I mean, we can guess that, but our opponent's going to have 12 attacking power is something we got to be aware of. Like, they could just win the race with pack rats if we do just spend our turn. If we do just spend our turn getting rid of Thassa's Oracle. The good news is their deck is lands, Thassa's Oracle, and Mystical Dispute. So no matter what they draw, they can't win this turn. I think what we do is... Oh, do we sideboard Ishkana out? Oh, we did. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Awkward. So I guess we just get back Uro? Get back Uro. Exile some stuff. Uro returns. We draw a card. Nissa. No land still. Traverse. Oh. We're making this look so hard. We could have just traversed for Walking Ballista. I guess we were a mana short, so this is the same. I guess I could also draw Mystical Dispute. And that could get us. Wow, what a weird close. This matchup is just so weird and close. Opponent, combat. No attacks. Well, loot with Jace. Discard. Leyline. Untap. Tapped land. Well, Jace for Thoughtseize. An opponent scoops it up. We got there. Our Unmoored Ego came through. This matchup is just so close and weird. All right, on to game 3. I mean, our opponent couldn't technically win with Thassa's Oracle from that scenario. because if they did draw it, we had the Murderous Rider. So what we wanted to do there was Thoughtseize. And make sure our opponent didn't have Mystical Dispute. We knew there was a Mystical Dispute floating around still was the problem. Yes, Aramante. All the streams go up on the MTG Goldfish replay YouTube. It takes about a day, usually the next morning or in the afternoon. So this one will be up on the replay YouTube tomorrow. You can also see the VODs on Twitch afterwards, but the YouTube channel is the official place for all the old streams. After the recent tournaments, what do you think are the best place decks in Modern? Primeval Titan decks? I think Primeval Titan decks are still at the top of the format. Amulet Titan is probably number 1. Otherwise, we haven't really had... We've had Moto tournaments, but we haven't really had a ton of big paper tournaments. We've had classics. Prowess has done well. The Yawgmoth deck has done well. Neil Brand has been doing well on Magic Online, but not so much in paper. I'm sorry, Armante, if I mispronounce your name. Oh, we're not keeping this. All right. Thoughtseizes is a little bad. We need this Traverse to get a land, and we have our Opulent Palace. The mana in this deck is slightly awkward. Chalice of the Void X6. Oh, that's better. Land and Thoughtseize you. Thoughtseize opt. Thassa's Oracle. Dig Through Time. Pack Rat. Alright, take Pack Rat. Awkward. Pass the turn. So opponent's going to be able to Thoughtseize our Unmoored Ego. Ooh, Ops. Well, they're still probably going to be able to. What did I think of Dimir Urza from the last SCG? Alright. Finds a land. Thoughtseizes. Going to take our Unmoored Ego, I presume. I don't know if I noticed Dimir Urza, actually. I mean, Urza decks have been good for a while. Oh, I see it there. I mean, Urza's good. It seems fine. Kind of a control-y Urza deck. Let's Traverse. Get a Island. Palace. Go. Opponent's almost to Dig Through Time already, which is a concern. Valakut Titan is good too. There's the Oracle. Oh, we could use a Thoughtseize to get rid of that dig. Opponent, send things up. Can we close it out with a win? Yeah, Pack Rat probably would have beat us. Especially since our hand was a bit clunky. So there's a risk that, rather than the combo, we just die to Pack Rat. It would have been nice to be able to get rid of Dig Through Time, but... Well, land, go. Opponent. Wow, are they missing lands? Gets in for one, sure. Hits us. Is Bear of the Heavens a new Blood Moon in your playgroup? I don't think it'll see play as much as Blood Moon has. All right, opponent's got Dig Through Time, so this is a concern. I don't think it'll see Blood Moon level play, just because you really got to have Perforos for it to work. Just casting it and hoping that it dies is not a super legitimate plan, so you really need to have the full-on combo. But with Perforos, I expect it'll see play quite a bit. Wow, we almost whiffed on lands there. All right, Fabled Passage. Pass the turn, I guess. We milled our counters. Oh, the end feels near. Opponent. Dig Through Time is so good. Well, we will see what happens this weekend. What do you think of Heliad Company? Can it be a big deck in Modern? Yeah, I think that deck is very legit and very good. It is coming for Much Brew on Sunday as well, if you want to see it in action. But yeah, I think that is a legitimate top tier deck, or at least contender to be in Modern. Opponent. Swamp. Graph Digger's Cage. Gee. Alright. And gets in. So that means we can't get back our Uros. Ew. We kinda needed those. Well, crack Fabled Passage. Take a Swamp. Grizzly Salvage. Take Fabled Passage. Untap. Fabled Passage. Crack Fabled Passage. Take a Island. How can we win this game? Let's Uro. I feel like there's some chance that leaving up Murderous Rider does something here. Oh, this Graph Digger's Cage is actually pretty effective. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. We have noticed Graveyard Hate's very good against us. Very effective. Do you think that Thassa's Oracle Inverter combo could be a thing in Modern? I think it could, although I think it'll be a lot harder for it to actually be competitive. Ugh. All right. Well, yeah, now odds of death are increasing greatly. And that's the power of Dig Through Time. With Dig Through Time, if you need combo pieces, you find them. If you need ways to protect your combo, you find them. If you need Graph Digger's Cage, you find it. I wonder how powerful this deck would be without Dig Through Time. I think the problem is with Inverter in Modern is Modern just has very fast combo decks. So while I think you can play Inverter in Modern, winning on turn 5 or 6 with Inverter just isn't really all that impressive based on the speed of the other decks in Modern. Is there any reason Pioneer shouldn't be a rotating format? Seems like it will eventually turn Modern Part 2 as the card pool gets larger. Players don't really like rotating formats, I think. It's hard to invest money in decks when they're going to be rotating, especially older, more expensive cards. So I think that's one of the big arguments. Wow, Dig Through Time again. And I mean, Dig Through Time, Inverter, Jace on the battlefield. That looks like a GG's. So I think that's one of the big arguments against it. I expect that, similar to Modern, Pioneer will come along, it'll get played for a while, and then if it gets to the point where it's getting too big and becoming too Modern-esque, then it'll just be kind of pushed to the back burner, similar to Legacy right now, and then there'll be whatever post-Pioneer format at some point, in the distant future. Go to combat. Attack. I guess we attack Jace. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're almost certainly dead this turn. Bona blocks. Hero's Downfall. Yeah, alright. Well, our streak of never beating Inverter continues, and the Swedish Sultai deck, it seems it seems fun. Our experience against Control was not super positive with the deck. And we're about to lose to Inverter again. Yeah, Inverter, we got nothing. And that does it again. Huh. So we finished... we played an early version of the Inverter deck. Right when it first started coming out. But we haven't played the more tuned and improved versions. So... Swedish Sultai, I like the idea of the deck. I like Uro. It does sweet things. We lost to Inverter. We lost to Control. It does feel competitive, for sure. It's obviously a good deck. I don't know. I think it's fine. The mana base gave us some trouble. 3 Fabled Passages with 4 basic lands. That is something that was problematic. Against Control, we got strip mined out of winning some games and being able to cast Emrakul. And Graveyard Hate was very problematic. And I don't know. I know like Yol was able to beat Inverter with the deck. It doesn't feel like it's just an easy matchup by any means, though. Like, I'm sure we can beat Inverter, but it doesn't feel like, wow, we just crushed Inverter. It feels like, if everything goes right, we could probably squeak it out. So, couldn't you have drawn Rider or Traverse there in 1? I don't think so. But, I was your opponent that last game. I think you conceded too early. I could not visibly win that turn since I had 3 cards in library. You could have killed Jace if you drew an answer. Maybe you were correct. Maybe we did have an out there. Did we have a Murderous Rider in our deck still? That's our only card that can actually kill the Jace, though. Why Unmoored Ego instead of Duress? Duress is pretty bad, but Unmoored Ego is pretty good. I think Duress is just not good in Pioneer at the moment. I mean, you played the game pretty well, Joel. I assume that you were winning the game there. Seemed unlikely that you were just gonna run it out there and leave yourself open to dying with me having literally no way of winning and no cards in hands, but on that note, everyone, that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So we will be back on Monday with another one. In the meantime, Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find all the old streams. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there. Some Crim videos, Commander Clash tomorrow, Modern Much Improved this weekend. One more reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some Magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even grab a Sweet Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in the order note. So thank you to Card Kingdom. Check out the Discord if you haven't already. Sweet place to hang out. Otherwise, most importantly, thank you to all of you for being awesome, for hanging out, for playing this long, grindy Pioneer League, getting crushed by Inverters and Control and winning some matches too. Have a wonderful weekend, whatever you may be doing, Magic-wise or not. There is a PT this weekend, so if you want to hang out, watch some Pioneer, that should be fun as well. Anyway, everyone, like I said, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your weekend. Don't have a Discord code at the moment. If I get one, I will certainly let you know. So anyway, have a great weekend. I love y'all. I will see you on Monday. And until then, I'll talk to you soon.